Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 90 and as always, whenever we have these milestone episodes or semi-milestone episodes on the 10s, I feel the need to mention that it is very strange for me to know that we are on 90 episodes right now. It seriously does feel like yesterday that we started up the Hermitcraft. Well, I honestly can't believe that we are on 90 episodes. It seems unreal to me that 90 episodes have passed since the day that we started this world. Because I remember it so vividly. I remember setting up the world. I remember shuffling around on the amplified terrain, taking a look around. All of the hermits were like, yeah, we've got a new area. It's called Hermit Hills. This is where we're going to be staying. And you should make your way over there. It was like 1,000 blocks away from spawn. And I was like, okay, I'll try my best. So I was shuffling along over all the mountains and things without any food or anything like that. So I think I had a few problems. That might have been where my first death came from. No, my first death came from Tango Tech, where he built a prank that wasn't meant to kill me, but then I did it wrong and it did kill me. That was my first death on the server. So it all seems so recent. It all seems like yesterday. That's the only way that I can say it, and I have to say, I'm getting a little bit worried now because it feels like, you know, time is flying right past. I've spoken about this in live streams and in Hermitcraft episodes before, but I've had my YouTube channel for over 3 years now. I've been on Hermitcraft for around about 2 years now, which is pretty bonkers. 20 Doors in 100 Seconds, that came out like a year and a half ago. God, what's going on? I feel like I'm going to blink and I'll be like 70, completely retired, and I'll be done. I don't know what to say. It's really quite scary, but anyway, we're going to be moving on from that now because I don't want to be talking about that at the start of these Hermitcraft episodes because we've got a lot of Minecraft projects to do. We're going to be staying in the present right now. We're going to be doing some Minecrafting, and for those of you who watch the Monday evening live stream, you will know that the projects that I have planned today are really quite cool. So once again, we're going to be working over here in the satellite base area. I know we've been doing quite a lot of projects over here, of course. Well, first off, we blew out the entire area, so we exploded all of this. Then we added in all of the redstone lanterns. Then we added in the elevator over there. Then we've done the village. And then recently, we built this gigantic statue. But we're not going to be working on any of that in today's episode. Instead, we're going to be working on the new thing. The new thing that I announced in the Monday evening live stream. And that is the Hermit Assault course. So basically, it's like a jungle run or an Indiana Jones type deal. The hermits are going to come over here and they're going to have a set of challenges or puzzles or tasks to complete in the hope of getting the treasure at the end of the tunnel. That's essentially how it's going to be going, and it should be quite a lot of fun for the hermits to play. And yes, there is going to be deaths involved. I can imagine that this thing is going to kill quite a few of the hermits because that's sort of the idea of it. So it's meant to be like treacherous and dangerous, and it just should be good fun. It should be really interesting to see if the hermits can do it and if they can get the treasure at the end. So first things first, we did a little bit of redstone in the Monday evening live stream. So any hermits that are watching this, please close your eyes right now because I don't want you guys to see the combination for the combination lock. So the combination is that, and then this will all open up and it reveals the first area. So that, of course, is like the first puzzle for the hermits to complete. It's got 16 possible combinations, so it's not too difficult, but also not too easy. But yes, this is the first area here. You can see it's looking a little bit rough and ready, so we have got some decorating to do on the inside. Now, of course, because we're going for the jungle run type deal, we can't really use the same sort of style that I use for the rest of my base, because if you think jungle run, you don't think that, okay? That is the complete opposite of jungle run. So we're going to be switching things up entirely today, and I've got to head out, pick up some bushes, pick up some vines to give it that overgrown feel. But also, I've got a few items in my inventory right now. I've got gravel, I've got cobblestone, stone slabs, of course. It wouldn't be me without stone slabs. And then also some oak wood as well. So in theory, I reckon I'll be able to do a decent job on this one. In fact, think my previous base, Hermitcraft Series 2, you saw it in the last episode of Hermitcraft. That's the sort of style that we're going to be going for. But of course, I'm not able to use stone bricks. So it's going to be similar, but not quite the same. Also think things like Temple Run, Indiana Jones, that sort of style. That's what we're going to be doing. So yes, got to gather up some resources. There are some vines over here, and I'll crack on with it. Okay, so the entranceway is now in place. You can see that I've just mixed things up. I've got some cobblestone, some gravel, some stone slabs, all of the blocks that I just described there. So that is all in. And now for this room, you can see that I've got some tree trunks dotted around. I'm basically going to be repeating the same wall design in all of the gaps, but I'm also going to be adding in some leaves, just wrapping around the entire area, basically making the entire thing look overgrown and a little bit ruined, like a ruin, but underground. And it's not going to be a ruin at all because I'm going to be making it, and it's going to be full of redstone contraptions, so it's going to be like a high-tech ruin. We're going to have a high-tech ruin underneath the great Mumbo statue. So that is the plan at the minute, and I'm just going to crack on, just keep placing the blocks. Of course, I'm going to have to do some rearranging of redstone, but it shouldn't be too difficult, so I should be able to get this done relatively quickly. I feel like maybe there's a slight chance I've gone a little bit over the top with the different types of blocks that I'm using. Like, it might be too much ruin. It needs to be a little bit smoother. Maybe. But I don't know, because I think it looks okay. It's alright. I think what I will do is I'm going to do the rest of the room in the same style. This is a big risk. Okay, this is a big risk. I'm going to do the rest of the room in the same style. If I decide I don't like it, then of course I'm going to take out the entire room and start again. But it might be one of those things that just because it's just on that one wall, it looks a little bit too much. There's a chance that maybe if I multiply it around the room and get better at evenly distributing all of the resources, then it might end up looking a tiny bit better. Fingers crossed, in the interest of saving loads of time. Yeah, let's do that. And as the final few blocks go in place now, this is the moment of truth. Okay, we're going to find out whether or not I actually like this room. So let's just quickly place these in. I'll do cobblestone there, I guess gravel down at the bottom there. And then we'll sort of mix it around a bit. Maybe some stone slabs thrown in there for good measure. So stone slabs there, and then gravel up at the top. Right, okay, that is pretty much everything. We'll chuck some vines onto that wall as well. And here goes. That's not bad. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of this. I actually think that looks quite cool. We'll light up that wall. And I think we actually have ourselves quite a nice underground dungeony ruiny room. Cool. Okay, so this has actually worked. Multiplying it by 2, adding extra walls and things and doing the rest of the decorating has actually helped. It's made it look a lot better in my opinion anyway. So that is now looking really, really good. And that means that we just have to do the ceiling, and that will be the first room complete. It's not going to have any redstone contraptions in it. This is just so that the hermits can put away their items and make sure that they're prepared for all of the challenges ahead. And just like that, I have ruined the room. Yes, the roof looks absolutely terrible. This looks rubbish. I'm going to have to sort this out, maybe add a few different blocks in here, perhaps recreate what we have going on with the floor, or add some depth, because that's disgusting. I don't want to look at it any longer. So the room is now completed. I think it's looking good. I'm actually quite happy with the way that it's turned out. I mean, it's not perfect, you know, the roof could do with some work, and the entrance is a little bit rough and ready, but that's almost the point. It's meant to look a tiny bit rough and ready. I know it's not a style that I do particularly often. I don't really do this sort of thing ever. I haven't done this for at least a year. The only time that I've ever done this before is in Hermitcraft Series 2. So this is pretty much new to me, and I think it's gone okay. It does look jungle runny, and it does look a little bit ruiny. So yes, it is going well. But anyway, we're now going to be moving on from this entrance area. Of course, I do actually have to add in, I've got to add in a few chests and things so that the hermits can put away their items, because otherwise, if they do die, they might be a little bit angry. So hang on, I'll quickly craft up some of these, because we're going to need a double chest there just for the items. And then we'll chuck that down, I guess, in the middle of the room. And we'll place some signs around it saying, look, I would suggest putting your items in this chest because otherwise you might lose them. But anyway, we're going to be moving on from here and, of course, starting to build the actual jungle run assault course type deal that we're going to have going on. Now, it's going to involve redstone. Some of them are going to involve parkour. Some of them are going to involve puzzles. It's just going to be cool. So let's crack on. I'll start mining out this area and we'll begin work on the first little area. Every single time I go to complete a large mining project like this one, clearing out a big area, I think to myself, I should probably bring my beacon over. I think that in my head, and then I specifically think to myself, nah, probably not, it's probably not going to help. Every single time. Why do I do that? Because right now, I would absolutely love to have my beacon over here, and I know I could go and grab my beacon, but now I'm thinking to myself, it's too late. Okay, I've made the decision, I'm going to have to stick with it. Silly. So silly. I just don't understand myself sometimes. Whoa, I could hear a lot of zombies. I thought it was going to be another zombie cave, but I've just looked through it and there appears to be a couple creepers. Oh! And this one, is he coming over as well? He's on his way. Let's take this guy out. Good, we've dealt with him. Now let's see. Oh, it's the zombie problem again? Is this the same ravine? I think it might be the same ravine. Why is it that mobs seem to spawn in here and just forever pick up items? It's the strangest thing. I think I should just light up this area and hope that that doesn't happen again, because this seems to just be a lag trap. A massive lag trap. Let's sort this out. So as you can see here, after a little while of efficiency 5 mining, no haste 2 was used in the end. I didn't end up grabbing my beacon. We have got ourselves a little bit of an area to work with. It's like a cave type area. That's meant to be the style anyway, and I quite like it. I think it looks pretty good. I am going to be doing some messing about with leaves and vines and things, making everything look a tiny bit more overgrown. But in its current state, actually pretty happy with it. But in the middle here, you can see that we have got the stars of the show. Okay, these are the things that really are important. These are the things that are the challenge. It's a parkour one, okay? It's a parkour thing because, of course, parkour, you know, that's a big challenge in Minecraft. And as you can see, this specific parkour is very difficult indeed. It really is very difficult. In fact, I would argue it's currently impossible, okay? At the minute, you're not able to make this jump here unless you have jump boost or ender pearls, or if you're just placing blocks in between them. You are not going to be able to make it from that platform there over to this one. Then you're not going to be able to make it from that platform there over to this one as well. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're sat there going, well, what's the point then? Okay, that's a stupid parkour map. If you can't complete it, that's completely ridiculous. But we're going to be adding some redstone in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have some water drop down from the ceiling periodically that the player has to jump into, then float up onto the platform, and the same thing goes for this one as well. So you jump, land in the water, then float up to the top, and it should allow you to make the leap. It's going to be a cool redstone contraption, and it should end up being an interesting parkour challenge that I haven't really seen before. So I'm going to start work on that one. And once again, I am back over at the industrial water machine. For those of you who haven't seen this before, this is the machine that I created to fill in all of my water buckets. You can see that it is working like a charm. I just thought I'd show this off because a lot of you haven't seen this area for a little while. This is like my bedroom area with all of the redstone contraptions and things that all open up. We've got hidden armories and stuff. I guess you could say this was like the start of piston. This is like a mini piston house here. Cool, okay, this is like one of the first piston houses that I worked on, I guess. But anyway, yeah, this is the little area. Just thought I'd show it off because I'm collecting water for these water streams. Okay, so I have just finished putting in a lot of the redstone. I think this is like the first draft. This is the first idea, roughly, what it's going to be like. So what we've got is we've got a dual-edged monostable circuit down on the bottom here that runs into this inverter or NOT gate. And then we've got a tiny bit of delay, and then that runs into these dispensers here. So we've got that tiny delay, and then that's when the water will be dispensed. And then we have another slightly longer delay, and then the next set of water is going to be dispensed. And it's going to be activated by the Hermit using a button. So you only have one shot. That's sort of the idea, is that you press the button, then you've got one shot at making all of this work. So I suppose what I should do, and it's something I completely forgot to do, is of course I've got to fill in my dispensers with water. So we'll quickly create an infinite water source somewhere over here. Maybe in this section here. I'm probably just going to completely butcher this and take out all of my redstone. But yeah, no, that looks like it will do. And then I've got 2 water buckets. So I'll quickly fill in the dispensers and then we'll give this a run. Okay, so here goes. Hit the button and wait for it. No, my redstone's broken. Okay, what's gone wrong here? If we place the button down on the side of this block, we'll see if we can find a problem. It could be the dual-edge monostable circuit just being too fast. I'm an idiot. I'm a serious idiot. The piston can actually extend due to the fact that that block is there. Right, fix the problem. Now let's try it. Hit the button and we have water. That looks like it might work. I don't know. Shall I try it? Shall I try and actually do this? Shall I see if I can complete the course? It looks like it might be too easy at the minute. So hang on. That, and then... No. This is going to be really hard. This is going to be so difficult. Oh boy. I had not anticipated it being that difficult. You basically hit the floor by the time you reach the water. And yeah, I don't know if this is actually possible. I'm going to do some more playtesting and I'll see if I can make this work. So I have a slightly new design for the first bit. Let's see if this is now up and running and is actually possible. That's sort of the main thing here. Looks like I've done something wrong. Oh, why am I so rubbish? I didn't put the water in the dispensers. What an idiot. Take 2 or 3 or potentially 4 here. Let's go. Right. Water is dispensed and... Oh, that sort of worked. We need to cover up this hole, but I think that's what I was going for when I first built this. Obviously, I didn't really expect the water to spread over the actual platform itself. But here goes take 5. And... Yes, that's perfect. That's what I wanted. Excellent news. Awesome. Okay, well that works fine. We're just going to have to do some shifting around of the space, perhaps clear out a slightly larger area, and basically suss out how we're going to do the next one. But that little setup there, perfect. You know what? I think I officially conclude that survival redstone is one of my least favourite things to do. I have just been blown up by a creeper. I seem to be dealing with the most overpowered skeletons at the minute as well. Is it to do with the chunk difficulty increasing? Because all of the skeletons seem to be spawning with like knockback 3 million bows that just send me miles, and I just keep having to go back and forth and things. But I think, as far as I can see, and I've said this many times to myself over the past sort of 20 minutes or so, but I think everything should be in place, and I think we should be good to go here. So I'm going to do a quick playtest. You can see it's all a bit of a mess right now. We have to do the area around the dispensers as well. Maybe? No. Okay, it doesn't look like we do. That's good. Right, well, I'll just get rid of my scaffolding here, because what's going to happen is, for this one, you need to jump and then sort of catch the middle of the water stream, float upwards, and then land on that platform there. And I should really check, actually, can you make this jump without the water? Because if you can, I'm gonna quit. I am actually gonna quit. It looks like you might be able to as well. Ooh, not quite. I mean, I'm no parkour god, but I don't think that looks possible. No, definitely not. Okay, phew. Got me a little bit nervous there. I thought I'd created a possible jump, and who wants to do that? So anyway, let's give this a test. Right, we'll hit the button, and we've got water coming down here. Can I actually make it up the first one? Blimey. And then we have water here. Yes! Oh, that was cool. That was awesome. It works. Excellent news. The system is actually up and running. Oh, fantastic. Right, okay, now I've just got to do some decorating, make this whole place look a little bit better, because it's looking extremely rough around the edges at the minute. But I am so over the moon. That's such a cool little parkour challenge there. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh, no! Oh, no! No, 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 no! No, 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 no! No! Oh, thank goodness for that. There's there's another one! Get him out of here! Whoa, he took a beating there. Oh, I was up to the teeth in fear then. I don't know why, because there's not too much complicated redstone around here, but I don't like creepers. And I think that signifies the fact that I should really light up this place. I've now added in a bunch of vines and things into the cave. And I don't know if I'm just the combination of noises there. That's my thinking noise of, I don't know. Throughout this entire episode, I've been pretty unsure about my own decoration techniques, right? Okay, you've heard it. You know, you heard it all in here, and now in here as well. Maybe if I add in some leaves and stuff, you know, get that real overgrown feel in. Potentially. Maybe. I mean, that already feels quite a bit better there, what I've just done there. So maybe just the bushes. Maybe just take a bit of inspiration from Corrales and just bush everything. Yeah, no, it is working, believe it or not. It is actually, that's doing something for me. I think that definitely looks a little bit better than what it did beforehand. Obviously, we need to try and make sure that this thing's still playable. Like, we can't place leaves, for example, over here. We can't make them too high, because then, obviously, you'll actually be able to make it up to the top. So that's something that we're going to have to watch out for. But I guess, yeah, I'm just going to sort of knock around with leaves and try my best to make it look as organic as possible and make everything look nice and Indiana Jonesy. I've had an idea that I think is going to help out the situation, and that is to fill in this entire area down at the bottom here with water. I mean, we're going to have water flowing down anyway. Might as well chuck some water down at the bottom as well, and that will also slow the player down. It will be annoying to walk through if they don't have depth strider, so I think this is the way to go. And that, my friends, is it. Yep, there's no flowing water streams, there's nothing going on, and that has helped a ton. Look how cool this place looks now. Oh, that is perfect. Hang on, give me a second. Let me just get the screenshot for the episode. We're going to be doing it. Which way should we do it? That way. That way works. And jump and space. There we go. And that's a good. Yeah, we got a few. There, cool. Okay, so we've got the screenshots for the episode now. Thought I would do that live on camera, bit of behind the scenes action. Right, let's give it a go and see if we can still do it. So, No, I'm useless. Absolutely useless. I'm going to be the worst at my own parkour challenges. How am I meant to know if they're possible if I'm this rubbish? Right, okay, let's give it another go. Button press, and... that one's so difficult. I must admit, I seem to remember that taking a lot less time. I've definitely broken some redstone somewhere, haven't I? Right, so everything is fixed, and let's go. Let's do it. That one there. Oh, I'm struggling. But we're there, and this one. No, not quite. Wow, you really have to time that one well. Oh, that last one. I think I got lucky the first time I did it, because it seems a little bit more difficult than I first imagined. I've messed that up. Get up there. Ah, this is difficult. The Hermits are actually going to struggle with this one. I can just feel it. Or, well, they probably won't. I'm just pretty rubbish, as you can see there. Well, you know what? I know that this thing is possible, and I really, really want to round up the episode showing it working. But clearly, that is just too much for me. Let's try it one last time. Right, this one, we're there. Cool, okay, we made it. So there we go, ladies and gents. The first challenge, or the second challenge, if you count the combination lock out the front, is now completed. It looks fantastic. It's been a lot of fun to work on, and I can't wait to start work on the next one. But unfortunately, ladies and gents, that is all I've got time for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button. If you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.